What's up, girl? I'm so happy you answered. I'm so happy you decided to pick up my call. Like, we got so much to talk about. Like, this video is gonna be so lit. It's gonna be so amazing. But before we get into all of that, do you even know who I am? Like, do you even know who you conversating with right now? Baby, it's me, Kay the original.
I would like to get to know if you could be the kind of girl that you could be down for. 'Cause when I look at you, I feel something tell me that you're the kind of guy.
So welcome back to my channel, babes. Like, I missed you. This is gonna be my first video I actually filmed for 2023, so what's up? Hey. But this video is gonna be lit, y'all. No joke. Like, we're gonna be lit, especially if you're into books. Like, if I keep looking over there, that's my iPad, so I got my notes over there, so just bear with me. Yeah, this is gonna be a book series that I'm bringing to my channel. Y'all are gonna get 4 of these this year, so just know when you see reading wrap up, reading TBR, this is the type of flow that we're gonna get into. Okay, so first things first, that's what this video is. This is gonna be my winter reading TBR. Now look, girl, I know, you ain't gotta tell me. I know January is almost through. So what are you talking about, winter reading wrap up? Look, I've been putting this video off for a minute now. Like, I was supposed to been film it, but I've been putting it off, and I'm getting back into my reading journey. I'm getting back into my reading groove. So what better way than to go ahead and film the video and show y'all all the books that I'm trying to read? Because baby, who gonna read 26 books in like less than 45 days? Me. I am. Y'all can hold me to that. And if you want to hold me to that, make sure that y'all go and follow my main page and look for my highlight, and it's going to be called The Librarian. Okay, Kay the Librarian, that's the highlight. It's going to have a little book emoji, and that's where I'm going to be keeping y'all updated for all the books that I'm reading throughout the whole entire year, period, throughout the whole entire year. So yeah, now let's break down, what do I mean by winter? My organic winter, like if I was to start this video when I was supposed to, would be from December 1st to March 1st. Today is currently January 23rd. So I have from January 23rd until March 1st to read 26 books, or at least try to read 26 books, but I'm really gonna try to make it happen. Yeah, so like I told y'all, I got a little amount of time to read a lot of books, and maybe most of these books are good thickies. They're good thickies, okay? Good thickies. We have 26 books. We got a couple of different categories for y'all. I'll be breaking down the books that I want to get read into these categories, but yeah, like I said, this is just gonna be my TBR, my to be read list for this second half of winter. So make sure y'all come back in early March to get my winter reading wrap up and my spring TBR, and that's gonna be from March 1st to May 1st. So that's gonna be that TBR. And it's probably gonna like be a little different because I'm a very seasonal reader. Like, I only want to read certain types of books during certain types of seasons. So yeah, that list is gonna look completely different than this one. But before anything, too much rambling goes on, let's get into my actual categories and the actual books that I want to get read. All right, y'all, so first things first, I have to bring this book in as an honorable mention. It is a honorable mention because this is the book that got me wanting to like really start reading again. Like, this book really sparked my love and my interest for books again, and this book also is just amazing. It's a 10 out of 10 book. I recommend everybody needs to read it at least once in their life. It's just so amazing, and that is The Alchemist, y'all. The Alchemist is such a good book. Like, You have to read it. It's life lessons, a little bit on spirituality, like finding yourself, learning who you are, learning what that means for you. Like, this is a good book, and I just recommend it to everybody, period. Like, you need to read it. You need to read it. And I'll actually be doing a review on this book on my TikTok as well. So, okay, the original on TikTok, baby. Get into it. Now, the first actual category I've got for y'all is adult contemporary. And if y'all don't know what adult contemporary is, so you have three classifications of books. You have kids, YA, young adult, and then you have adult. So adult is your more mature type of books. YA is going to be like your more high school, like framed around that type of mindset. And you know, kids books are kids books. So like I said, the first category I got for y'all is adult contemporary, and I only have one book in that category, and that is, I don't want to missay her name because she has like a more Middle Eastern type of name. Deva Shaturi's Last Day by Karithina Remsity. I feel like I really messed that up, y'all, but yes, this book right here is gonna be the first category of adult contemporary. Basically, it's supposedly about Deva and how she learns out she has this chronic illness, and she figures out that she's about to die. So she sends her and all her kids to a private island, and she pre-releases her death to the media, and she learns out like what the world really thinks about her, because she's supposed to be this wealthy woman who does all of these charities and all of this and all of that. So she gets to see like how people respond to her being dead before she's actually really dead. So we're really gonna get into that one. My next category is nonfiction. So I have one nonfiction book that is an autobiography and a memoir. Then I have another nonfiction that is about race and theology. And then my last nonfiction is another race book, okay? So I want to start incorporating more non-fictional reads into my reading. So I will have a non-fictional category for all of my TBRs. And my non-fictional category is going to be read no matter what. Like, I have to read these. Especially the non-fictional books that I have for this winter session. So the first book I have for y'all is The Fortress, A Love Story by Danielle Tristanoni. Okay, this is going to be the autobiography memoir. I don't know a lot about this book. I'm not gonna lie. I saw it at Ollie's in the book section. It was only $4, and I was like, why not? And then it said a love story, so you can guarantee I'm going to be reading this in February. Like, this is going to be a February read no matter what. The second book in this category is the one that I say is about race and theology, and that is Black Women Will Save the World, an Anthem by April Ryan. Now, this was a TikTok recommend, so I also will be doing a TikTok review on it once I finally read it. Come on, Black Women Will Save the World, an Anthem. I don't even have to say too much, baby. We're just gonna read it and find out. We're just gonna read it and find out what it's about. I'm just really excited to read this book, but not as much as I am to read the last book that I have in this category, baby. This book is written by a psychologist with her PhD, so please call her a doctor. Do not play with her. This is another TikTok recommend, okay? And that is God is a Black Woman by Christina Cleveland, okay? Dr. Christina Cleveland. God is a Black woman. Y'all can't tell me that this book not gonna be good. And like I said, I like going into books not knowing what they're about, because I like to be genuinely surprised by it. Like, give me the most bare minimal information there is. And my mom sent me this book from a TikTok recommended, and I didn't even watch the TikTok. Like, I just saw the title and I saw that she was a Black author. Come on. not only a Black author, but a Black therapist. Go read the book, babes. Go read the book. And if you want to know what it's about, make sure you tap into my IG to actually see my review on it once I read it. Period. The next category I got for y'all is mystery and crime. Okay, it's giving a little thriller, but not too much that's gonna make you wanna, like, I don't know, hide under your covers with the lights on all night. It's not giving that, at least not yet. This is just your simple crime, mystery, whodunit type of vibes. Okay, so I have 3 books for this category, and we're starting off strong with Lucy Foley. I think that's how you say her name. Lucy Foley's The Hunting Party. This is about a group of friends who go to Switzerland. Not Switzerland, I'm sorry. It's just the Scottish wilderness, so Scotland. They go to Scotland in a cabin. Whoop-de-whoop, a group of friends meet up. But somebody's a murderer and somebody's not gonna make it out alive. And that's all I can really tell y'all, baby. Like, that's all I know about this book. Somebody's a murderer, somebody's not gonna make it out alive out of this group of friends. So we gonna see who done it. And I was the type of person where, like, I like to read, especially when I'm reading like crime whodunits, I be trying to figure out like who did it before I really did. And 9 times out of 10, I be right. So we gonna really get into this one. All right, so next up we have our first duology. Okay, if y'all don't know what a duology is, it's 2 books that are companion books. Okay, it's not the sequel to this book, they're just a duology. Okay, and that is the Highway 59 duology by Attica. I think that's how you say her name, Attica Locke. The first book of this duology is Bluebird. Bluebird, once again, don't know much about it. I actually got the second book, Heaven My Home. I got this one first, once again, got it from Ollie's. It was just one of those, you know, saw it. It was like, I forgot how much this book was. It was only a couple dollars. It was only like $4 or $5 at Ollie's, and I got it. And when I was putting it in my Goodreads, I saw that there was a first one, so I had to run to Barnes and Noble and get it. So yeah, once again, I'm pretty sure like this one has to do with like a Black Texas Ranger. Once again, we have to have Black representation. Okay, if once again another Black author, y'all, we're going into Black History Month, or we're gonna have a lot of Black authors, and this is one that I really want to get into. And 2 books, I think this one has to do with like a missing son, or her son died or something like that. So I'm not 100% sure. We're gonna get into it once we're actually reading and I do my reviews. But I have really high hopes for this duology. Like I just want, because it's a Black author, y'all, I just know that these books, they're gonna be amazing, each one individually. So period. The 4th category of the night is gonna be our adult horror thriller section. Okay, so these are once again your more mature themed books. I'm like trying to learn my transition from YA into adult, and I'm very peculiar about the adult books that I read, because sometimes like that's just not the vibe I'm going for. Like I still want something a little sappy, a little not really kid-like, because not all YA is kid-like, don't get it twisted, but I don't be ready to like deal with a lot of things, and one of these books is that. But I've been trying to read this book for years, and I just want to read it because it's really a good book, but it's just like the concept is like, oh my god. So yeah, the first book that we have is The Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying a Vampires. That's all I can tell you. This was originally gonna be one of the books that I read in October, but I was just in a really bad reading slump and I didn't feel like picking it up. So I do want to give it a chance. I've heard great things about this book. If you have read this book, let me know your thoughts and opinions. The next book on this list is the book I was talking about earlier. Okay, it's NOS 4A2. This is a license plate. This book is by Joe Hill. Let me tell you something. When I say I have been trying to read this book for 3.5 years, I have been trying to read this book for 3.5 years. First of all, look at it. Thicky. But the main thing that is so difficult for me to read this book is it is a true horror. Like, I believe this book should be up there with Stephen King, but it has more of like a fantasy aspect. It's about a serial killer who only takes little kids and he takes them to this fantasy land, like, but only certain people are able to see the fantasy land. Like, you have to be special and gifted. It's like literally, it's basically like a fairy tale land, like with supernatural stuff, but also a real world aspect, because he really is kidnapping and murdering kids. Like, that's a real thing. And he has a partner that deals with the moms. Like, y'all, it's a lot. But this is my challenge. My real challenge is to finish this book, because I just want to read it and finish it because it's so good, but it's like so much at the same time, if y'all understand what I'm saying. All right, and last but not least for this category is Mexican Gothic. Let me tell you something. I started reading this girly like a couple of pages in, and I'm in love with it already. It gives me like Haunted Mansion type of vibes. It's about this girl who lives pretty prestigiously. Okay, she got money, but her cousin is married to a man who has even more money, and her cousin writes her this mysterious letter about how people are trying to kill her and she wants to get out of the marriage. So Miss Girl goes up to see what's going on with her cuz. She ends up finding a dude, and that's all I could tell y'all. Like, is it giving romance? Is it giving Haunted Mansion? Is it giving ghosts? Like, what is it giving? I'm not 100% sure, but I know that I read the first 2 chapters of this book and I was already like, yes, let's do it. Now comes my second to last category of books, but it is also my second largest category of books as well, and that is my YA thrillers, my YA mysteries, my YA horrors in some aspects. Okay, let's get into it. First things first, we have 10 after closing. Once again, go to Ollie's if you want to find some good books for cheap. Like, I'm telling you, the most I spent at a book at Ollie's was like $10. Their books are $10 and less. Ollie's, good stuff, cheap. If you see this Ollie's, you know, and you want to send the girl a couple checks, that's good too. But no, for real, Ollie's is where the good books are at. This is 10 after closing. This book is basically about a robbery. That's all I can tell y'all, because that's all I know. Homeboy was working at the store, and 10 minutes after closing, it gets robbed. That's all I know. That's all I can tell y'all. Great book though. I've been trying to get this off my TBR for a good little minute, and I just decided now it's time. Next up, we have 10th Girl, another thickie. I'm not even gonna lie. I have no idea what this book is about. Zero idea. But Sarah Faring is a really good author. I've read some of her works before, and I need to give this one a try. So 10th Girl, please don't fail me. Like, I know that it's about... Okay, the back says, a haunted Argentinian mansion, a family curse, a twist you'll never see coming. Welcome to Varco School. Don't tell me it's giving dark academia, y'all. I love me a good dark academia. Like, I got a good amount of dark academia in this stack right here. Okay, and if y'all don't know what dark academia is, it's about schools who have like a little haunted school, twisted school, magic school, anything like that. That's dark academia. That's me all day. I love a good dark academia. Next up, we have The Sacrifice. Now, I don't know too much about this. When I was getting books at Barnes & Noble and they were having a deal, and the lady was like, you could get another book for free. And I was like, okay. So I just picked one up that I thought was cute. But essentially, it's about a haunted island, and a group of TV producers goes to said haunted island, and if you want to make it out alive, you have to give a sacrifice. The last part of this category is An amazing, amazing, amazing duology by Rebecca Hanover, okay? This is called The Similars, y'all. The Similars by Rebecca Hanover. And the second book is called The Pretenders. I do not know much about the second book, but I have been reading the first book, The Similars, and let me tell y'all, I don't know if I could do it. It's so much many twists and turns. It's like a secret society, a secret club. Like if y'all just watch Wednesday, it's giving that type of secret club. But also it's like, imagine going to school at a prestigious school, so only the best of the best, the elite of the elite, the smartest of the smartest, so not even the richest, baby, the smartest of the smartest can only attend this school. That's it. And your attendance is based off test scores. Your status level, your popularity level is based on if you're the smartest in the school. Then you're telling me that all of a sudden there are DNA replicas of these students just popping up, clones of the students, of the most popular students at that, just randomly show up to the school one day. No one knows where they came from or how they came about, just that when they were born, a doctor accidentally took their DNA and made replicas of them. Are you for real? Are you for real? And then you're telling me there's a part 2? Sorry, the book was upside down. A part 2? Yeah. Count me in. Rebecca, count me in. All right, y'all. Now we're getting down to the nitty gritty. This is my biggest category yet, okay? I'm not even gonna hold you. This is my biggest category yet because this is my favorite genre of books, okay? This is YA romance. Get into it. Y'all know the vibes. Y'all know the vibes. At least y'all should. Now, the first things first is we have Miss Colleen Hoover. I've been seeing you everywhere, girl. Everywhere. Everybody talking about Colleen Hoover this and Colleen Hoover that. Well, I'm here to get down to the nitty gritty because I've been hearing so many mixed reviews. Some people love you, Miss Hoover. Other people hate you. So I got 2 of your most known books. Your most known duology. It Ends With Us and It Starts With Us. Now, baby, let me tell you something. From what I do know about these books is it got some very dark twists and turns. Like, they say that I don't know if it really truthfully deals with domestic violence or abuse or anything like that. I'm not 100% sure. This is just what they say. I do not know a lot about these books because there is so many mixed reviews about Miss Hoover that I want to go in really like blindsided and not knowing what to expect so I could form my own opinion about her. So she's either going to become my favorite author or an author that I completely hate. And I haven't met an author that I completely hate, y'all. But she's just on a lot of people like, no, I'm not reading another Colleen Hoover list. So we're going to see how these go. Next up, we have my favorite, well, it's not my favorite trilogy, but I love this trilogy so much. I do. It's top 3 for me. I'm not even going to lie. And it's going to be To All the Boys I Loved Before. Now, let me tell you something. These last 2 series, baby, if you haven't heard of them, have you been living under a rock? Have you not been keeping up with the times? Baby, do you not even own a television? Do you not own anything at all? Because these 3 books right here, To All the Boys I Loved Before, P.S. I Still Love You, Forever and Always, Laura Jean, by Miss Jenny Han. Come on, baby. I saw the Netflix adaptations. I know y'all did. But have you read the books? Because I have, and I love these books. They're so cute. And once again, this is going to be another February read. Like, I read these in February the first time that I read them, and I just have to read them in February again. Like, they're so cute. I love this trilogy so much. And I'm going to be reading the books and then watching the movie as a true book to movie adaptation lover does. Okay? And another great book to movie adaptation series is, baby, the one, the only, Twilight Saga. Twilight Saga, baby. This is getting a reread. This is getting a, well, it's not even a reread. I've never read the books, y'all. Don't hate me. I've never read the Twilight books, and my goddad got me this like a couple years back. I'm not even gonna lie. My goddad got this for me a couple years back because I've always been obsessed with Twilight. I love it so much. So he saw this bundle and he got it for me for my birthday. And I was never so happier, but I still just never read it because I don't want to read the books and then hate the movie, y'all. I don't want that. And I feel like that's what's gonna happen. I'm missing 2 books out of the complete series. I'm missing Life and Death, which is a Twilight reimagined, and I'm missing Midnight Sun, which is the last book of the series that comes after after Breaking Dawn. Midnight Sun comes after Breaking Dawn. I'm sad that they're not gonna make a Midnight Sun movie, but that's okay. So let me flip it to where y'all can actually see everything. Yeah. I'm going to be reading these, and then I'm going to be, of course, watching the movie, but I'm going to be watching the movies with my boyfriend because he has never seen Twilight before, and I think that's ridiculous. That's absurd. Absurd. So I'm going to be giving this a fat reread and a fat review, book to movie review. I'll once again check on my TikTok for that because let me tell you something. Especially once Renesmee is born, because I know how bad y'all talk about Renesmee in these books. Y'all hate her. Y'all hate Renesmee in these books. So I'm gonna see what's really tea about it. I'm gonna see what's real deal tea about it. And let me know down below right now if you was Team Edward or Team Jacob, because there's only one correct answer. There's only one correct answer. And I will be judging you. I'll be judging you so hard if you get it wrong. I'm just playing, y'all. I was team both, no cap. But there is only one correct answer when it comes down to it. Like when it comes like for real, pick one. There's only one right answer. But yeah, y'all, that is all that I got for you. That is my complete winter TBR. I know. A lot of books, majority of them thickies. How am I ever gonna read all 26 books by March 1st? I have no idea. I don't know how that's gonna happen, but I have faith in myself and I know that it will happen. I will be having a reading vlog coming out pretty soon, so stay out for that. And we're gonna see how many books I can like chomp down in 1 week. That's the whole purpose of the reading vlog, okay? And once again, make sure you come back early March to get my winter reading wrap up, which is going to be basically like a review, a quick synopsis review of all the books that I've read. And then it's going to be my spring TBR, so you get to see once again how many books I'm trying to read for spring and what are they all about. So thank y'all for tuning in to today's video. Thank you for taking your time out and watching. If you're interested in any of the books that I told y'all about today, comment down below. Let me know which ones y'all think are going to be the most interesting. If you read any of them, also comment down below and let me know that you've read it and tell me your thoughts on it. And if you want to keep up with what I'm reading and how I feel about it, once again, make sure you tune in. One on my TikTok, y'all know, Kayla Original, and again on my IG story highlights under the librarian for more content, well, book related content. Thank you lovelies so much for watching my videos, and make sure you pick up the phone the next time I call. Bye.